We know two forms of a linear equation already right now. Anybody think they can name one of them? We've already learned two. This is a third. Anybody think they can name one of them? Show your step. Come on. Yeah, one of them would be y equals mx plus b. Anybody know what title we give that one? Y equals mx plus b. What's that one called? Because we're going to use it again today, by the way. So we're going to take point-slope form and we're going to transform it into, it's called slope-intercept form. That's right. So slope-intercept form is one way we already know is a way to represent a linear equation. Anybody know the other one that we've already worked with? Okay, let me give you a little hint. It was the form we used when we were finding x and y intercepts. Does that help out? When we were looking for x-intercepts and y-intercepts, we would put 0 in for one of them and solve for the other. Anybody know what that form's called? So one word, starts with S. Standard form. Standard form. The x's and the y's are together on the same side of the equation, set equal to a constant on the other side. You need to know these. You guys need to get this. You know what? It's not like that was one day, don't need to worry about that anymore. That was another day, don't need to worry about that anymore. Every linear equation has several different forms that can be written in. One of them is standard form, ax plus by equals c. Another one is slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And today we're going to introduce a third one called point-slope form. So would you circle right now on your paper, point-slope form? This is what we're going to put it in today, but then we're going to transform it into slope-intercept form because that's the one that's handy for graphing. Okay? So point-slope form, here's the title right here in the middle of our graphic organizer. Point-slope form, let's circle this right here. This is point-slope form. It's a little bit long. It's y minus y sub 1 equals m times, in parentheses, x minus x sub 1. Well, we already know that m equals slope, don't we? We've been working with it. X sub 1, well, that means it's an x value of a point. Y sub 1 means that's the y value of that same point. Those are the three pieces that we're going to replace. So we have an example over here. Here's an equation written in point-slope form. Y minus 2 equals 3 times x minus 6. Notice it was the y sub 1 that got replaced, it was the m that got replaced, and it was the x sub 1 that got replaced. M is 3. There's our m right there. It got put in right here for the m. 6 is our x sub 1. It got put in right here. And 2 is our y sub 1. It got put in right here. So notice the only variables left in that form that has a whole bunch of them, the only thing left is a y that doesn't have a subscript, just a y, and an x that does not have a subscript either. So that's the first thing we will do is we will take the information that we're given, the slope that we're given, and the point that we're given. We'll identify what role they'll play. We'll substitute them into our point-slope form. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to change point-slope form to slope-intercept form. So in other words, here's the same line, just a different name for it. Y minus 2 equals 3 times x minus 6 is the same as this. It's just a different form, a different name for it. Okay, let's go practice. Again, today we don't have to graph. Number 1, we have a line that has a slope of -3. It's telling us that ordered pair 1, 2 is on the line. We are going to look for the equation of this line in slope-intercept form. Now, what we've done typically before this is we've done finding the b. Today we're going to use a different method. We're not going to find the b the way we learned before. We're going to use point-slope form. So the first thing I want us to do is identify our m, our x sub 1, and our y sub 1. Those are the three pieces we need to identify. So they told us the slope is -3. Which one of those would it be? Which role should it play of those three? The m. We have the 0.12 that is on the line. What role should it, what role should the 1 play? X sub 1. What role should the 2 play? Y sub 1. Here's what we're going to do, and you have to do this today. Did everybody hear me on that? What does have to mean? Are there options? No. Everybody's going to write down the point slope form because this is how you'll get it memorized. Every time you write it, it ingrains in your brain. Here's point slope form right there. Write it down. You can look above on your paper. Also, we circled it up above. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Write it down every single problem. I'm letting you out of graphing today. This is going to be a requirement. Okay, are we going to replace y, the first y here? No, we're leaving them alone. What are we putting in for y sub 1 in this problem? 2. We got it right here. Equals -3. That's going in for the m. Are we putting anything in for that first x? No. Minus 1, because we're putting in the x sub 1 value. This is point slope form. I want you to write that in your notes. Point slope form. If instead, on some directions, they asked you to give the equation in point slope form, that's its point slope form name, first of all. One of many, by the way. We can take any point from that line and write a point slope form name. So this is just one of many, okay? Now, we are going to take that and we're going to put it in slope intercept form. So let's write it down. Changing our subtraction to add the opposite on both sides. Change the subtractions to add the opposite. If we need to get this in slope intercept form, what would that mean our final goal is? What needs to be by itself? The y does, right? Okay. So for right now, and you need to be with me on this because this is what you're going to try to do. This is what you're going to want to try to do. You're going to look at that y and say, I need to get that -2 out of there. And you're going to say, okay, well, I know that to get that out of there, I would have to add the opposite of that, which is +2. And here's what you might try. But don't copy me right now, because I don't know what I'm doing. Pardon? Because I want the y alone. Yeah, you got to do the distributive property first. You can't do this first. Because that plus -1 is tied to all of the rest of that stuff on that side. So we can't just have that 2 added to it. It's not possible. So we cannot do as Seth said. Why would you do that? Well, I thought I could. I can't? Okay, so instead, Seth said, we have to do distributive property. We have to take that -3 times both of those. So we're going to have y plus a -2. We're going to leave that side alone for now. And -3 times x is -3x plus -3 times -1, 3. Now is it ready for me to add 2 to both sides? Now can I? Yeah, now I can. Now I can add 2 to get that y alone. And I can say that my equation in slope-intercept form appears to be y equals -3x plus 5. Now, I blood moving. Okay, by the way, my next question before we do anything with that graphic calculator would be, does this need any cleaning up? This equation, does it need any cleaning up? No, okay, so we're going to put that graphic calculator down for a moment. We're going to circle this and we're going to say slope-intercept form. If we could clean it up, we would. This one doesn't need any. Okay, now get your graphic calculators turned on. After you have that, go to the y equals key. Y equals, press that. If there's anything in that screen, you know, like somebody else has got something in there, they used it last, clear it out. Just press it, you know, get where there's some stuff, press clear, it'll dump it out of there. And then I want you to look across the top. Are any of those plots, plot 1, 2, or 3, are any of those dark? You know, like highlighted? Because if they are, we need to get up there and turn them off. So we should just, 2 of yours are? Okay, so use the arrow up key to get on them, and then press the enter key, and it should turn off the darkness. Does it? Okay, now arrow over to the other one that is, and do the same thing. Press the enter key, it should turn off the darkness. Okay, everybody get to their y sub 1 now. We are going to type in negative 3x plus 5. Now, before we do that, could you tell me something about the behavior of this line? Some of you forgot to check on that before you turned your quiz in yesterday. What should the behavior of this line be acting like? It's got a negative slope. Falling from left to right. Okay. Or should it be crossing the y-axis above the origin or below? Above. Okay. Let's type in negative 3x. Here's where we go. We go to the negative key, which is actually down by the enter key. Don't use the subtraction key, use the negative key. Press that. Now type 3. And then the x, which is over by the alpha key. That green alpha key, it's got an x and it's got some other crazy Greek symbols on it. Press that. Right now your screen should say negative 3x, does it? Okay, now plus the addition sign 5. Okay, let's do a zoom 6 just to get a good graph. Zoom and then the number 6.
Do you want to press enter?
Nope, you don't have to press enter. You just do a zoom 6 after you have negative 3x plus 5 in. Press zoom 6 and see if it's doing what we said it should be doing. Is it falling from left to right? Is it crossing above the origin somewhere? Yeah? Okay. How are we going to know if our point's on it? You can look at the line and you can try and eyeball it. Does it look like it's passing through ordered pair 1, 2? Because remember, that's the point that we used. Does it look like it's passing through ordered pair 1, 2? 1 over, 2 up. Does it kind of look like it? Here's how we can make sure. We're going to go to the table and look. So second graph. Second graph. Everybody get to a table. Would you go find where x is equal to 1 in that table? Second graph. No, I want you to look. I'm telling you right now, this is second graph. Now you can cursor up and down in that table until you can see where x is equal to 1. Okay? What's the y value where x is equal to 1 in this table? You get it. Okay, would you guys verify for me, is that point in the table? Okay, then we have a good equation. Okay, it's a good equation for this. And this is the only way we actually know second graph. This is the only way we actually can graph on the graphing calculator is when the equation is in slope-intercept form. That's why it's kind of important that we always know how to put an equation into slope-intercept form. Okay. Turn that off for a bit. Let's do our next one, and then we'll check that one out also. Okay, just do second on, turns it off. Okay. one more practice, and then we can check it out, and then we'll go to work on homework. Okay, what's the first thing you have to do for these problems? M, x sub 1, y sub 1. So what's our M? 1/4. What's our x sub 1? 8. What's our y sub 1? -3. Okay, next thing we write is the point slope form with nothing being substituted in, with all those crazy variables in it. We're going to get that baby memorized. Subtract y sub 1 equals m times x subtract x sub 1. Now we're going to substitute into it, okay? So, y is going to stay y. -3 is going in for y sub 1. Notice how that negative has to be along. You can't let the subtraction sign take its place. 1/4 goes in for m. X stays x. Subtract 8. Okay, we're not going to quite say this is in point slope form yet because it can be cleaned up. The only thing we are going to clean up in these types are any double signs we have. So this can be cleaned up to what on this side? What would it look like? Y plus 3. Yep. So we got a number still over there with the y. It's not like we're supposed to. And the other side does not need any cleaning up. We're going to box that and say there's our point slope form. Now, there's no way to put this in your graphing calculator yet because it's not in slope intercept form yet, is it? And that's what we're supposed to get it to. So let's get it written down. Y plus 3 equals, we don't have any subtraction to change over there, notice anymore, but we're going to change the subtraction in the parentheses, x plus and -8. Okay, what's our first move here? Distributive property, that's right. Distributive property, we have to take the 1/4 times each of those. So y plus 3 stays y plus 3. 1/4 times x is 1/4 x, right? Plus -2, that's right. Positive times negative is a negative. If I have $8 to give away, and I say I'll give away 1/4 of it, I'm going to only give away $2. Is it in slope intercept form yet? No. What are we going to do next? Subtract 3 from both sides, okay? Y equals 1/4 x plus -5. Can that be cleaned up? Yes. Yep, we're going to clean that up to y equals 1/4 x, subtract 5, and call this slope intercept form. No shortcuts today. You're getting out of graphing in your homework. You're doing everything we just practiced in these two problems. Let's go to our graphing calculators and check it out when you're ready. Let me tell you how you put 1/4 into this little thing. Is it saying low battery? Okay, turn it off and grab a new one, please. And I'll put new ones in it. Okay, to put in 1/4, here's what we do. We do parenthesis 1, and then you do the divided by sign. But here's what it's going to do. It's going to put a fraction bar in for you. Okay, and you use the divided by key. It'll put the fraction bar in. Am I right? Did it do it? And then you put a 4, and then you close your parenthesis, now you type your X. Use the subtraction key this time. And a 5. What would we expect this line to do? Tell me something about its behavior. What should it do? Rise or fall, horizontal, vertical. Oh, don't you be cheating and letting the graph have it show you yet. It should rise from left to right because we have a positive slope. Should it cross above the origin or below the origin? Below, because we have a negative 5. Y-intercept. Okay, graph. You can just press the graph key now. No graph. Are we right? Is it rising from left to right? Is it crossing below the origin? Slowly? Yeah, it's got not a very steep slope, does it? Okay, I want you to go to the table because what point should be in the table? Second graph takes you to the table.
8, -3.
8, -3 should be in there. Let's go see if it is. Ordered pair 8, -3. So go where X is equal to 8 in the table. Second graph takes you to the table. When X is 8, what's Y? -3. Then that means we did a good job of getting our equation in slope-intercept form. First we had to get it into a point-slope form. If we don't do that well, then we can't get it in slope-intercept form. Okay? Hey, this is what you're doing in your homework. You may turn the graphing calculators off, put them back in the case, and get out. Let me see if you need loosely. I think you'll be able to show your work right on the worksheet today.